What's going on? Oh, it's the aftermath. Smith versus Beterbiev. Thanks for tuning in once again. Jay's channel. Listen, man, I want to be perfectly honest here. I didn't expect Beterbiev to be that good. I'm going in there watching the fight, expecting, toe-to-toe fight, two heavy hitters. And, it's a very similar result to the Foreman-Frazier fight, right? You're expecting a good fight. You're expecting it to be puncher against puncher, blow for blow sort of fight, and it's the complete opposite, and this is what happened with Beterbiev. I'm very impressed from his performance with Joe Smith. He obviously couldn't recover, it was that hit to the side of the head, and I talk about this a lot, when you're challenging a guy that's a better boxer than you have to sort of try to square him off, and he wasn't able to do this. Beterbiev was able to take advantage of him, pushing him to the corner, going to his weak side a lot. And Joe Smith was unable to adjust to it, he was unable to square him off. Now, I always knew that Beterbiev would be a guy that would be coming, and be breaking him down. I said this, that he's like a Klitschko. Vitaly Klitschko is going to break you down round after round. And that's exactly what he done, every round. He broke him down, and there was only 2 rounds. Once he knocked him down, that was basically it. He came out there, guns blazing, and done the job. Now, but Joe Smith, I also said that he's going to have to hit him with something big to turn the fight around. I was expecting Beterbiev to win on points and to sort of break him down throughout the fight, and Joe Smith was unable to land anything big at all. He was unable to establish anything, and most importantly, he was unable to keep distance. He's got the height and the reach advantage, and he was unable to use it. He just got pushed to the ropes, got pushed back, and Beterbiev took full advantage of it. Went to his weak side with those right hooks that kept landing. Very similar to a fight like a Wilder Fury, where the guy that's better at boxing pushes the guy back to the ropes, and he's unable to adjust. This is what Beterbiev done. He saw that, by giving Joe Smith minimal movement, he's unable to unload shot after shot, and his punch selection was picture perfect. He basically got him with the right hooks, and when Joe Smith was, at range, or trying to move back out of range, he managed to land some good straight rights. He managed to land some great uppercuts when Joe Smith's trying to bob down. He's unable to figure out Beterbiev because he's already taken some heavy hits. He's already got, you could say, his equilibrium's off. He got some heavy blows to him, and he's unable to recover. Normally, when you get heavy blows like that, you want to tie a guy up. You want to tie him up. Think about Tyson Fury. He gets knocked down several times in round 4, and then he comes out in the next round, and he completely changes his game plan. He goes to the back foot. He gives himself time to recover. He clinches, things like that. Just so he has enough time to recover so that he can engage again. You see him get knocked down, challenging Wilder, then he gets up, then he tries to engage, and he gets knocked down again, right? And then he goes to his corner, resets, completely changes the game plan, and Joe Smith's unable to do this. He's going to his corner after the first round, then he's getting back up, and he's getting hunted down. Beterbiev's going in there, Joe Smith's trying to find that punch instead of trying to recover, and by then it's too late. Blow after blow, and it's a matter of time. He gets knocked down several times, just similar to the Frazier and Foreman fight. Gets knocked down several times and gets up with no answers. And Beterbiev was very impressive. After the fight, you see him with his gloves on. I believe he doesn't believe that the fight's over. It was that quick, it was that easy, and the superior boxer and the heavy hitter that was landing his shots won the fight. And then Joe Smith was unable to land anything. And this isn't saying that Joe Smith isn't a heavy hitter. He was just unable to land anything. Beterbiev went in there, he got him once. From there, he just went front foot. I'm coming at you like a bull on a pin, man, and I'm going to hunt you down, and I'm going to finish you off, and that's what he done. And who knows what's next for him? I believe the fight that I want to see obviously is Bivol against Beterbiev. That's going to be a classic because both guys will have that big amateur career. He's not going to be fighting a Joe Smith where Joe Smith never really had an amateur career. But Beterbiev and Bivol has a great amateur career, so it's definitely going to be the boxer against the puncher. Not the puncher boxer against just the puncher. You know what I mean? And Beterbiev dominated. Very impressive. And I've also got to say, numbers don't lie. I was saying that Joe Smith could probably take a few of his punches. Obviously, Beterbiev's a lot heavy-handed than I thought. He's a lot more heavy-handed than I thought. Numbers don't lie. 100% knockout ratio, man, and the evidence is right there. We saw that in the fight. And who's next for him? And it might be Bivol. I think that's the route that he's going to take. I believe he possibly will have a mandatory. And I believe Bivol will probably try to obviously go for the Canelo fight. The money's more. But in terms of the light heavyweight division, they have to determine who's number one, and it's going to be out of Bivol and Beterbiev. Great fight in terms of performance from Beterbiev, and like I said, he really did surprise me with his performance, and he really did surprise me with his power. And who knows? Bivol might take him the distance, and he might take him later in the fight, and Beterbiev might get tired. He is aging, but it is the aftermath. Joe Smith, I don't know what's next for him. I don't know who is going to fight next, but it was a very one-sided fight. Similar to like I said, Frazier Foreman. We were expecting a classic, and it's not. And I've got to say, big props to Beterbiev. He's definitely ranked number one in my books, and 100% knockout ratio. It doesn't get any better than that. And if he gets past Bivol, we may see him go up to cruiserweight. We may see that, and possibly rematch Usyk. He did fight Usyk in the amateurs, and Usyk can easily drop down to cruiserweight, and we might possibly see that fight. We might possibly see another fight like that. But pending what happens with Bivol and Canelo and the rematch, I believe Bivol will pursue the fight. But other than that, man, it's the aftermath. Beterbiev wins comfortably. That quick, he forgets to take his gloves off. And if you enjoy the content, man, hit the red button. Appreciate your time, man. Peace. Have a good one. I'll see you around soon. God bless.